Like, before we even do these games, I actually go to a website called howlongtobeat.com, and it amazed me that Phantasy Star 2 has a longer overall gameplay time than anything that came before or after.
What is the time?
Oh, it was like 40, 50 hours of total gameplay. And obviously, here's the thing. It's an RPG, so they're actually adding grinding into that.
Uh-huh.
And we've cut out a lot of the grinding, so we've cut out a lot of the time. This could have been a whole lot longer, guys, if we did like a long play and did all of the grinding in here too. Thankfully, we did not do that. We did not want to bore the living crap out of you guys. Although we have actually received people saying, you should put the grinding in here. I'm sure you guys could find fun stuff to talk about. Not for that amount of time.
Guys, no.
No, eventually it would come down to probably Alex reciting the book he's reading. It really would.
Which is funny because I am reading a pretty thick book right now.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Anime, a History.
Uh-oh.
And it freaking reads like a textbook.
I would not be surprised by that. I would not.
I mean, I haven't gotten very far into it. I haven't even gotten through the introduction yet, just because...
So does it, like, go through every major step in anime? Does it go through the developers? And...
I believe most of this book, from what I've been reading, covers mostly just the very, very early history of anime in Japan, so I'm not sure how much it'll get up, say, the modern stuff.
So it probably covers a little bit of Tezuka and...
Tezuka, for sure, and I believe it might even cover sort of Miyazaki and Takahata's very early days and how they kind of demanded better labor working conditions.
Yeah. Although I did hear something really sad about Miyazaki, pretty much confirming that The Wind Rises actually might be his last movie. I didn't even know this, but apparently he's been having trouble with his eyesight for a long time.
Oh, wow.
And it may have actually come to a head where he can't do his job. So that'll be sad. I really hope that The Wind Rises isn't... You know, we keep making the joke that, you know, a year later he's going to come back.
Yeah.
But in the same case, you don't want to see a great like that go away if it can be avoided. At least not in that regard, where he's kind of forced out of the career he loves. But, you know, life catches up to you.
Yeah.
So that will be a sad thing, but one of the things I do like about The Wind Rises is that it is Hayao, but it's also Goro. So maybe Goro will start having a little bit more of a main approach in Ghibli. I would hope.
Yeah.
But, again, this is all based off the concept that I don't hate Goro like a lot of people do.
I don't hate him either. I mean,
I haven't seen Earthsea, so I can't really judge his work.
I haven't seen it either, but I saw Poppy Hill, and I thought Poppy Hill was pretty decent.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is Poppy Hill came next, so obviously Earthsea, if you think about it, you know, it's his first work.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have a lot of flaws.
Yeah, come on. A lot of directors don't start out amazing.
No.
They're gonna...
And so maybe what his dad saw was that he needed to work with somebody who was a veteran for a while, and then he could do his own thing.
Yeah.
And that may have been a good idea. Oh, and by the way, we now have a Mr. Death.
Mr. Death?
Mr. Death? He's just full of deathy goodness. But yeah, it'll be sad to see him go, but I kind of have a feeling, Bunkhead, by the way, that Goro's kind of being groomed to be the director that he can be.
Yeah, because Takahata's probably about the same age as Hayao Miyazaki, so...
Yeah, and Isao, I think, will guide him in a way, too, but since already Takahata and Miyazaki have such a different way of going about things...
Amy's dead.
Of course Amy's dead. Because that's the way things work out. And unfortunately, she's the one with the res spell!
Aw, damn it.
So, that's okay.
We're gonna go back, or are we gonna just...
We're gonna get the chest, at least, and...
Okay.
Because we can do it.
I actually heard Ponyo was sort of Hayao's way of reconciling his relationship with Goro, because Earthsea was such a disaster. And it really kind of... They did not get along very well working on that movie.
I'll have to see it, because, unfortunately, like, I've been doing a Ghibli kind of going through the Ghibli canon, and I just barely did... Oh, what was it? My Neighbors the Yamadas. So my first and probably only Takahata work out of that whole thing. Yes, I'm not going to do Grave. I'm not going to do some of his other stuff that's subtitled. People can have a problem with me if they want. Okay, let's try this again. There we go! Now we actually need to walk down again, I think. Okay, one more time. And this put us right next to the chest that we need. Oh, two of them. 3! The Mirror Emil. Okay. The Laconian Emil. The Green Sleeves. Yay! Can we use any of this stuff? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. Give Amy the Laconian Emil. Okay, so we can use that, and then just keep one of the fires. Oh! This is going to be a weapon upgrade for Amy. So, thank goodness. And we are not going to take the pit down to the first floor. Why? Because we're going to do this. Oh, no, we're not going to call her. Say it with me, Alex! Hinos! There we go. And now, Ryuka! And we'll go make our way back, I guess.
What's going on?
Okay, guys, we're back. We made the long trek back, and Amy's back to life again. And we're gonna kill her if she dies again.
We're gonna kill her if she dies again.
Yes, we are gonna kill her. Because she deserves it. She knows what she did. I swear, she's the most problematic healer I've ever had to deal with in all RPGs. No, I'm not counting MMORPGs. Those are actual players. And if the healer decides to be a douche, then he can be a douche. I'm saying, as a non-player character, Amy is kind of a pain in my rear right now.
I'm going to kill you, and all the cake is gone. You don't even care, do you? I don't know why I suddenly wanted to bring that up, but...
That's kind of what Amy is to us right now, is GLaDOS. I think she's intentionally trying to kill us. She's trying to make sure that we die. How dare she? Okay, so this time we're going to be going up the opposite side of the naval base. I'm sorry, but every time I say naval base, I either want to make naval jokes or Gilligan's Island jokes. I'm sorry, but, you know, I just kind of grew up in that era where apparently it was forbidden to show a belly button, and so I always want to make a joke about it. It's absolutely hilarious, especially nowadays. Well, that's like the least you ever have to worry about.
That's true.
I'm not even going to go into detail because college kind of destroys me. I've actually gotten to a point where if somebody actually mentions the name Miley Cyrus, I go, "Ah!" Because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Why couldn't you just fade away like all the others?
Pretty much. I mean, that's really kind of my issue, is like, what hasn't Miley Cyrus done that Lindsay Lohan didn't do before her, and Britney Spears before her?
I'm still waiting for the "Leave Miley Alone."
I think it's already happened, hasn't it?
It might have.
Hasn't that guy come out?
I don't know.
He got like millions of views. You'd think he'd be capitalizing on this.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to see the makeup job, because, I mean, he, like, totally decked himself out to be a Britney fan. I'd love to see what a Miley fan looks like now. Does he have to constantly stick his tongue out? I mean, dude, she's seriously the Gene Simmons of this era. She is. Every time I see a photo of her, she is sticking her tongue out. Like, seriously, do you want to have, like, a reality show like Gene Simmons' Family Jewels? I mean, seriously? I don't even know why I know about that. She made Christmas.
Because you're sort of the era of Kiss.
No, I don't know why I know about the reality show, because I don't like reality. Or I don't like reality television. There are a few exceptions here and there. I'll deal with stuff that I think actually has a value to it, but... Owie? You know what? I'm not even taking a risk. She's not going to get her turn right away, so... She gets a heal. We can't afford to have Anna die. Or Amy die. Or anybody die!
Stop dying!
Exactly. Stop dying! See what I did there? I actually did the stop whining joke. Stop whining! I've now kind of noticed that my Arnold has slowly become Jorgen von Strangle.
Yeah, it really has.
Fairly Odd Parents. Timmy Turner! I'll admit, that was one of those later Nicktoons that I enjoyed watching.
They never ever play anything beyond season 5. Before season 5, I mean.
I don't even know how many seasons there are at this
I think
point.
there's like...
I
8.
stopped keeping track.
I think there's like 8 seasons of that show. It's still going, but it's like, I swear, they never play anything before season 5 anymore.
Well, and again, it's my luck. Like, every time I see the Fairly Odd Parents on for the heck of it, and I turn on to it, it's like the same season 1 episode I've seen like over and over and over and over again.
Dude, I wish I had your luck. I missed season 1. They never play it. Even SpongeBob plays season 1.
Oh, dude, I have seen like the introduction of the alien like who knows how many times. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
Which I think they actually did like a Mark Wahlberg joke at some point where they called him Marky Mark. Ha ha. Archdragon! If you breathe on anybody, I will kill you. Oh, that's it! That's it! Gloves are off now! How dare you! See, these guys actually hurt. The other guys kinda did too, but... Urgh. And the only one that's really doing any remote damage to them is Rudo. No, I wanted it dead. Okay, well, I guess we're into another round. Yay!
There we go.
We don't have to worry too much now. And onward and upward we go. And this is the top floor. So, now that we're up to the top. Okay. I think, yes. So we're going to do the opposite of what we did before, and we're going to go left and down. As you kind of have noticed at the top floor, there just is 4 diving boards all in one direction. Oh, and here, no, we've actually seen that kind of mage before. Yay, heal. Do we get a one-time kill? One-round kill? Come on, come on. Do it. Oh. Ow!
Rolf can't take a hit.
Apparently, even with the name head on, the Fiend just rips into him hard. Lunkhead! Seriously, Rudo's getting the Lunkhead this time. Or the Lunkhead award this time. Okay, well, we gotta keep Rolf and Amy alive. 1, because Amy heals us, and 2, Rolf teleports us out of here. Okay, so we're gonna keep going down here, and then almost all the way to the end and go up. Okay, there we go. So now we just fall into the pit. I think one more time. And then here we go, I think. Yep. Now we have more truth sleeves! And now we have a Trimate. Yay.
Well, that was worth it.
Not really. Okay, but we only have a couple more trips to do, so let's go ahead and make our way to the... Oh, now we're going to be going back up to the upper left corner. That's pretty much what this dungeon is, though. So, thankfully, it's pretty self-explanatory. We don't have to worry about too much guide here.
God dang it.
I see what you did there. Apparently, it's been a long day for Alex, too, because we're both kind of quiet. We're like,
Well, after like 4 weeks of night shifts, I'm suddenly back into the early morning shifts again.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you gotta love it when a job does that. You know, you get so used to your shifts, then all of a sudden, nope.
on the plus side, I finished everything I had to do today, so I get to stay home tomorrow.
Yay! You get to catch up on some Shut-Eye. And probably some other work you have going.
Yes.
Ah! So in the meantime, Alex, have you been able to play anything interesting? Have you been able to get back into Pokemon Y at all, or have you just been too busy?
I've been busy with some of my other projects, but...
Anything you want to allude to here?
Yes, I'm still trying to plan my Pokemon Leaf Green solo LP. But who knows, maybe I'll bring you in for an episode or two, but... For the lulz, but yeah, I've been kind of recording more of that, getting closer, because Leaf Green's a little lengthier than the original Red, Blue, Yellow was, so there's a little more to do.
Yeah.
And because my time off can be kind of limited at times, I want to get as much done so that I don't make big gaps between uploads.
Nope, I totally understand that, because, I mean, you and I both kind of have the same issue, where, you know, we get together and we record, and then you have your job and all your other projects, and then I have my job and my other projects. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of a mixing together of whatever we can make work.
Yes. So what else? I decided to kind of go play some old throwbacks. I played Battlefront 2 for a little while. Then I played Rogue Squadron 2 for a little while.
Just be honest, you're worried about what EA is going to do with Battlefront.
Of course I am.
It's okay, you're not the only one. I know of a lot of people who are worried, you know, just because DICE Studios has it, guys, and they have the Battlefield franchise behind them. Well, here's the problem, is that Battlefield this time around kind of bit the big one. So now we have just cause to worry about the future of Battlefront and Star Wars in general.
Mm-hmm. I am still thinking of what I want to do for my next review. I'm honestly gravitating towards the Cardcaptor Sakura movies.
Uh-oh. Actually, I'm kind of surprised you haven't done them already.
I'm surprised too, but I just kept doing other stuff.
And your last review was Halo, right?
Yeah.
So the Halo compilation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to convince, and in fact, you guys need to send him comments. I'm trying to convince him that he needs to do like a whole month devoted to video game-inspired anime, because there's some schlock in there that he needs to watch. And I'll even sit in on a few of it, or on a bit of it, because it's absolutely hilarious to watch. I actually own a lot of it, so... Not like it's not horrible. Some of it isn't. But there's some quality moments that will just make you kind of turn your head and go, what? So you guys need to convince Alex to do this.
If I own... problem is I don't own many video game-based anime.
Well, that's easy to solve. Just come over to me and I can give them to you. I can give them to you to review. I think we've actually said this on the show, but like him and me go through this weird concept of just letting the other borrow our stuff, because he introduces me to a lot of unique stuff that I don't think I would ever come across in my own lookings. Whereas for you, I actually bring a lot of mainstream stuff that you might actually like.
Yeah.
Because the mainstream is kind of an iffy thing for you. He's not knocking it, guys. It's just not his thing.
I'm not going to be the hipster who says it's mainstream, therefore it must suck, but...
No.
The only problem is a lot of the mainstream shows are just not the type of shows that I'm interested in.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, unfortunately, I'm a lot more into the mainstream because I like things like Gundam and Full Metal Alchemist.
Right.
And,
well, the problem with... I've tried Full Metal Alchemist, just wasn't my thing, and the only problem I've had with trying to get into Gundam is there's so many Gundam series, so it's just like, where do I even start?
Here's the thing. You don't need to start. Or you don't need to start at a fixed point. Mm-hmm. One of the things I love about Gundam that is kind of like Final Fantasy is each story is unique. So you can start anywhere you want and you're fine. The only thing that is similar to them is, like, given tropes within the series. So that's one of the things that really helps.
Yeah, that definitely can help me. If the series isn't too, like, big and long, like, if it's not like a One Piece or a Naruto or Bleach.
Oh, yeah, and I actually picked up Naruto after getting beaten senseless to finally pick it up. So I can agree with you there. It's frustrating. Okay, so we actually didn't announce this, but we came across one of the Nei items, which is the Nei Emel, which is what we're going to be giving to Anna. So now she does not have 2 weapons anymore. See, the ML... I actually forgot. The Emel's kind of like a mini shield on her wrist. So this is what she's going to have. So from here on in, she has the Nei Slasher. That's it. This is going to cut down her damage a little bit, but it's also going to keep her alive a little bit more. So... now with that done, we're going to fall down to the first floor again and go up the lower right corner again. See, it's actually kind of funny. You bring up Gundam because I've been trying to get you to watch Seed.
Seed, right.
Because since you like Ava so much and the fact that you like Shinji as something to empathize with, I think you would also like the main protagonist of Seed for the same reason.
Yeah, I should really try out Seed. It does look pretty good.
Because Kira, in a lot of cases, I think I've even brought this up in the 3.0 review, where Kira Yamato is, in my opinion, Shinji done right. Where, yes, he is kind of pitiable at the beginning, but he goes through his own arc and becomes a better person overall. It's actually kind of funny because the 2 main protagonists of Seed, as... like, 10 years ago when I first watched Seed on Cartoon Network, I liked the second one, Althrin Zala. After watching them 10 years later, I now like Kira. And the main reason is that Kira feels more like a real legitimate character to me, especially when you add in the additional season that Seed got called Destiny.
Yeah.
So, I really do like Kira now, whereas I used to like Atherin. I love that fact with myself. It's like, I used to love this one character, now he kind of annoys the crap out of me now. And Kira, where he annoyed the crap out of me 10 years ago, he doesn't annoy me now.
Yeah.
He makes sense as a character. So, yeah, we'll have to get the DVDs out so you can watch them, and then you can review it, and I can come in and say, this is the coolest Gundam ever!
Yeah, fair enough.
That's one of the things that's really helpful about Gundam, is that you don't have to have, years worth of continuity to get it. All you have to get is the continuity at hand, so to speak, and you're fine.
Yeah, I think that's good. Then that should make it easier for me to watch some Gundam shows.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing that I used to tell you about, like, Final Fantasy is you don't need to get all the other games to get the story. All you have to get is that there's going to be tropes that are brought in here and there.
Okay, cool.
So that's really helpful, and it's actually kind of funny. I have been getting asked, why haven't you brought in the Shadow Blazer on the Final Fantasy reviews? Mainly because when I actually since I do the audio recording post-commentary, you're busy. So that's really the reason. It's not that I hate him or anything like that. It's that we're busy, and so getting us to come together the way we do is already a feat.
Yes.
So maybe one of these times we'll have to bring you in and let you see some Final Fantasy footage. Plus, I'm betting you're watching it. So you're watching the Let's Plays themselves. Which helps you, because then you don't have to worry about playing hours worth of gameplay. And trust me, I actually would like to be in your shoes at some point, because I'm like games ahead of where I need to be in the Final Fantasy continuity. I'm actually in the dry running the 5th game right now, and that's by far the longest game. I'm not kidding. It's on how long to beat. They actually hit it at 60 hours of gameplay because of their unique systems.
That's pretty long.
Yep. So that's like one of those things where I'm almost done, thankfully, but it's been a long, long road. Ow. Okay, give me another round here. And we gotta get Anna back to life here. But the good news is that as soon as I'm done with 5 is not one of my favorites, but then I get to move to 6. And 6 is one of my favorites. of the franchise. So I get to move on to that, and I am totally excited to be playing 6 again. It's been years. Now, another thing that I have been asked, and I'm going to address it here, even though I addressed it also in my own channel. What are my thoughts on Lightning Returns? I don't have any, guys. I haven't played it. I haven't even played 13.2 yet, okay? That's how backed up I am. I have not played 13.2 yet, and I'm not going to formulate an opinion until I have. I still like 13 as a game. I think the story was fine. And I still like Lightning as a character. Okay? My only beef with this game thus far is that they are still worshipping at the altar of Final Fantasy VII and actually putting her in outfits resembling those game characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they gave her a whole outfit as DLC to be Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. You can have the big Buster Sword and the Soldier outfit. I would not have an issue with this. My issue is they gave her the Heiress outfit, and I think that demeans her a little bit. Because there's more to that character than being, you know, insert damsel in distress here.
Yeah, really.
Which I don't get why a lot of people have this problem, because she's like the second, literally, Alex, the second female protagonist of the series. Okay? And I'm going to get flames for this, and I don't care. I don't care what you say, Terra was not that strong a female in 6. Okay? Mm-hmm. She shouldn't even have been the main character, really. Or the main protagonist of the game. She just kind of was. So I do not agree with a lot of people on that regard. I think Lightning is perfectly fine because she is fairly strong as a character. So people can have a problem if they want. I'm sorry, but that's my viewpoint. Okay. I think we need to do one more. Yep, there we go. And this gives us the Nei Shield!
Bum, 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 bum.
Exactly. So I think this is one we can actually just give directly to Rolf. Excuse me. But he doesn't have space, obviously. Let's give the Mirror Emerald. Oh no.
Rolf can't take the Mirror Emerald.
I didn't want to equip it. Silly game. Let's give the Mirror Emerald to Anna. And then I'll bet Anna has it. Yes. The Nei Shield, give it to Rolf, I think. Now let's give the Nei Shield over to its owner and see what it does. Oh, he can't take the Nei Shield. Who do we give it to?
Nei?
Oh, actually this this shield is actually built for either Hugh or Kane, and they are not in our party, so we will probably not keep this item. Okay, so there we go. And I think this is it, but I'm gonna double check. Do we need anything else? Oh, yes, so we're actually gonna be using this to grind a little bit. We are officially done in the naval base, guys.
Yay!
Say it with me, Alex. Say it with me. Hynos! And then Ryuka! Okay. So this pretty much... Oh, and we ended up in a different town. I don't know. I think we're in Ryuan. So, unfortunately, guys, this means we're going to have to take another grinding break. And this one's going to be bigger than the last one because we have to prep for the final dungeon. We are there. We have all the necessary items that we... Well, not necessarily all of them, but close to all the items that we need in order to go forward. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and take this grinding break, and we will be back.